Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it is raining. Here we go, left, right, and center. Get your umbrellas out right now. It's crazy out here.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more big news lined up, and we're going to go through all of that. I would love to see what you guys have to say about all of this. David Datro Fofana, as you know, we've talked about him literally a couple of days ago because it was all a crazy frenzy that was happening on social media. And Fabrizio Romano said that here we go, could be very soon, very imminent. And we've got that literally after our last live stream that we did earlier today, a couple of hours later. Fabrizio Romano dropped the here we go on David Datro Fofana, another youngster, 20-year-old. I think this guy might be a little bit more advanced, though. I still think this is not the solution for January. I think he's going to go out on a loan, possibly another European team across the top 5 leagues that we have in Europe, or possibly a championship loan. I would like to see him go on championship because right now, obviously, he's in Molde, which is not in Norwegian league. Let's be honest, not the strongest leader out there, but he's been ripping it apart. He's absolutely been ripping it apart. Ivorian, we know the history with Ivorians, with Chelsea Football Club. So let's have a look at the news first up, ladies and gentlemen. David Datro Fofana to Chelsea, done deal, and here we go. There's full agreement between all parties. Deal sealed. So this is done. Look, do you know what? How can you not be excited? As I said, in the last stream, with all the different people that we've got in outside of the field in terms of, director of recruitment, head of recruitment, all of that stuff, technical directors, with all of these different brains coming together, how can you not be excited? How can you think possibly that it's not going to work out? It's just too much effort, too much money that's been thrown around by our owners at the moment to get this working. So I feel complete confidence that it's going to eventually work out. Obviously, we got to stay patient. It's not going to turn out to be, stardust straight away. But, with players like David Datro Fofana, and we're going to get to Andrey Santos as well, who've been talking about for the past couple of days, there's a here we go for him as well. It's, we're really building for the future, and we've already got some exciting youngsters in our ranks. Omari Hutchinson to look out for, Chukwuemeka, I'm not going to pronounce his first name, but I think his last name is Casadei. So there's a lot to really appreciate for the timing. Of course, we need to pick up points. There's no doubt about that. This season, we need to ensure that we rectify the position that we are in at the moment. And I think Jorginho alluded on that in his recent interview, saying right now the focus on everyone's mind is we've got to start picking up wins. So look, that's for the time being, I've got to say the future is looking good. Hopefully, being told medical tests will take place today in London on his birthday. So happy birthday to David Datro Fofana, born in 2002, Ivorian striker, will join Chelsea from Molde for 12 million feet. People in our fan base been screaming out for getting the gems, and now we're doing it. We're not going out there and buying those all-star players. We're looking for the future all-stars. So look, 12 million euros, that is decent. That's lovely, 20-year-old plays for Molde in the Norwegian league, and he's actually been doing well. Let's have a quick look at the damage he's done so far. Let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Contract expires on 31st December 2024. That's probably one of the big reasons why we've swooped in on him. 1.81 meters tall, so 6 foot plus. December 22nd, 2002, 20-year-olds, as I said, he's a little bit more advanced than your 17, 18, 19-year-old. He's played some games, as you can see, 24 matches in the Norwegian League, Elite Syrian, I think that's how you pronounce it, 15 goals, 5 assists, not bad, 1,684 minutes played. And then in the NM Cup, 3 matches, 2 goals, 1 assist, all up. UECL qualifier. what's that? UECL, is that Conference League maybe? 2 matches played. They're all up 29 matches, 17 goals, 6 assists, 1,955 minutes played. I mean, it's good. He's a little bit more advanced, and hopefully he can eventually have a position in the first team, whether it's in the bench, whether it's in the starting lineup. This is going to be one very, very exciting player to look out for. And I think quite a lot of people are quite excited about this player, man. As I said, I don't watch Molde. I don't watch the Norwegian league, but there is plenty people out there that are very, very excited. I just want to quickly show you something. Let me just bring this up. So this was the same tweet from Fabrizio Romano in regards to David Datro Fofana. If you go to Fabrizio Romano's tweet, you'll see a bit of a section here from CFC Central. As you guys know, he once came to the channel as a guest. His name's Sam, and he's produced a unbelievable scouting report. Check this scouting report out. Just quickly, some snippets here. Video scouting report, David Datro Fofana, Molde FK, analyzing his playing style, physical, technical, tactical attributes, current ability, and potential weaknesses as well. There's a whole heap of stuff going on here. Check it out if you're interested to know a little bit more about David Datro Fofana. From the clips I've seen, he looks physical. He looks like he's strong in the air. He's got a lot of pace about himself. Obviously, still raw in terms of ball control. I feel like sometimes the ball control could be a little bit iffy. But 20-year-old, he's going to work on all of that. But yeah, lots of pace, lots of energy, and can definitely finish. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to the next. Here we go. 2 here we goes lined up for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea have full verbal agreement in place to sign Brazilian talent Andrey Santos. Confirmed final fee around 20 million euros. 12 million for David Datro Fofana, 20 million for Andrey Santos. These are sizable fees. But we are getting some of the best players in those leagues. I think Vasco da Gama, where Andrey Santos is from, was in Serie B in Brazil, but he's been instrumental to help them bring them up to Serie A in Brazilian league. So we are getting some of the best players within those league and the team and whatnot. Final fee around 20 million, personal terms agreed. Chelsea and Vasco will now prepare documents. Born in 2004, Andre will be part of Chelsea talent project. Here we go. Many people are very excited about him as well. Look, I'll be honest, he's a lot more raw than David Datro Fofana. I think this guy will probably spend a bit of time in our development squad. Then he'll look for a loan, and then potentially he'll come into the Chelsea frame down the track. But you can see the raw talent there. You can see the ingredients there. Central midfielder, defensive midfielder, however you want to mold him, he'll he'll work towards that. But yeah, great. Some people have been saying, Miz, what are we doing with all of these young players? I think the idea is get as many as these talented young players for cheap, number one. Hopefully, when we have our multi-dimensional structure where it's not just Chelsea Football Club and it's other football clubs, sister clubs that we end up having, sending these players to loan in those clubs, or even just within Championship or within the Premier League, whatever the case is, building them up and then eventually having them being part of the Chelsea team. So potentially the idea is we don't have to buy an Andrey Santos when he's well developed for 60, 70, 80 million. We don't have to buy David Datro Fofana when he's well developed for 80, 90, 100 million, as opposed to right now we get them on for a longer contract and build them up right in front of our eyes. I think that is the idea behind getting all of these youngsters. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about all of this. Here we go. That's been dropping left, right, and center from Fabrizio Romano in regards to David Datro Fofana, and also in regards to Andrey Santos. Now, let's move on to the other news, ladies and gentlemen. It's understood Graham Potter has been very impressed with Carney Chukwuemeka. This is great. Before the World Cup, he got injured, and just before he got injured, you started seeing some minutes for Chukwuemeka off the bench. I think he might have even started one of the matches. I can't remember. Maybe he didn't, but I just remember him coming off the bench and getting some minutes. I want to see a lot more of this guy. This guy's a genuine number 8, genuine box to box. I want to see him develop. I want lesser minutes for Ruben Loftus-Cheek and those kind of players. I think that those players need to move on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is injured anyway, but players like Chukwuemeka, they're the future. Let's start building them up. There's a lot of hype around Chukwuemeka. Aston Villa literally begged this player to stay with them, but he took the opportunity to come to Chelsea. And Graham Potter seems to like him, and I've noticed he does because he was using him prior to Chukwuemeka getting injured. So very, very keen to see once the Premier League starts against Bournemouth. I've already tweeted out. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram as well. It would be much appreciated. The links are in the description. The other side of the coin, you can type up in both those platforms and you'll find me. I tweeted out that Omari Hutchinson is one that I fully expect to start against Bournemouth. If we want to create chaos and other players chipping in, Omari Hutchinson, unleash him. He's probably the most charismatic player at the moment that we have in terms of attack. Let's put him out there, get at the Bournemouth defense and put them under a lot of pressure and really entertain the home crowd. Similarly with Chukwuemeka as well. I'm not saying influx the entire team with all of these youngsters, but some of these youngsters are damn good. Let's try and really, implement them in the team and see where it takes us. I think it could be quite fruitful. Chelsea training, perhaps the most standout point I have taken from all what I'm hearing is that once again, we have a new Chelsea manager who is practicing the back four formation regularly. So apparently we're doing this in the training session. So it'll be interesting to see how we line up against Bournemouth. Potter has been training in various shapes based around a back four that transitions into a back three. This involves one of the fullbacks moving into midfield, depending on who is starting on either side. Now, look, this isn't a new phenomenon in terms of playing with a back four, which turns into a back three, and one of the fullbacks either side will either join in midfield or join up front, allowing one of the attackers to probably tuck in and become an inside forward or even part of the midfield. Look, as I said, this is not a new phenomenon. We've seen plenty of teams do that in the World Cup. We've seen plenty of teams have been doing this for years. In recently, Arsenal, they've tried to master this where Zinchenko will probably move into the midfield area, and you got the back three of Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, and William Saliba. But this has been going around for a very, very long time. Under Thomas Tuchel, we were trying to do this as well. Yes, we had the back three, but one of the back three would bomb up, and then one of the wing backs could, the left side of wing back would tuck in. So if it's Reece James in the wing back position, he would be high and wide, and then whoever is in RCB position would probably turn into a right back, allowing for the other left wing back to come in and create a back three again. So this 4-3 can easily be switched around. So I'm interested to see exactly how we carry this out. It's exciting times. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take up too much time talking about this because I want to do this live tomorrow, along with many other players. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with a whole heap of news that's been going around for many other players. So we'll do a live and we'll capture all of that. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this. Todd Bowley and Baghdad Eghbali have been meeting agents and reps in Qatar. A source even tells me Chelsea approached Neymar's camp in Qatar. This is from Simon Phillips. I mean, we were interested in Neymar last summer because Todd Bowley wanted a marquee signing. For me, this would be a marquee signing like none other. I would take Neymar in a heartbeat. I've always wanted, someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. I know you guys are not preferring him. That's fine. Neymar would be another one. That glamorous name. And Neymar, man, he would create whole heap of havoc for us, man. His creativity would be unbelievable for us. I think Premier League teams look out. Of course, he'd be targeted. He'd be fouled left, right, and center. Whether his body can keep up with it, that's the other issue. But we will talk about all of this in live tomorrow, along with many other news that's been floating around. But today, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well, and comment. Let me know what you feel about David Datro Fofana and Andrey Santos. I want to see in the comment section, how are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Are you more thinking about right now? Miz, we need people right now. January transfer window just around the corner. So hang tight. Hopefully we're going to do some business and we're going to improve the team because Graham Potter needs it. Till next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.